Well, Australia's Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has cautioned that the fallout from a vicious tropical storm over the weekend is far from over, as parts of the two states remain inundated with floodwaters even as the initial threat from the deluge continued to recede. Now, one person was killed and several others injured after heavy rain lashed Australia's east coast, toppling trees and power lines and inundating some parts of Queensland and New South Wales with record downpours. The two states escaped the level of chaos forecast from the tropical low-weather system, which was earlier expected to make landfall as the first tropical cyclone to hit the southeast Queensland in 51 years. However, 200,000 homes and businesses are without power in the region after the storm prompted the biggest blackout in Queensland's history. More than 700 schools were closed for the day.
I do want to reiterate that whilst this is the first time for days I've been in an area where it hasn't been raining, often torrential rain, whilst that is occurring, this event is far from over. And if it's flooded, forget it. We need to continue to not be complacent. We need to make sure that we give the respect that these fine volunteers deserve by making their life a bit easier as well. We want them to have less to do, not more to do.
Those living near rivers and creeks are urged to evacuate or stay indoors as water levels continue to rise in some areas, with more rain forecast triggering further warnings during the day. Disaster was declared for the city of Ipswich, west of Brisbane, where a river was expected to flood overnight. People in surrounding suburbs were ordered to leave their homes. Meanwhile, in other towns where floodwaters began to recede, a cleanup began as power was restored for tens of thousands of people. The scale of damage was not immediately clear. Workers whose livelihoods were hampered by the storm will be eligible for welfare payments for up to 13 weeks beginning on Tuesday. Cyclones are common in Queensland's tropical north but are rare in the state's temperate and densely populated southeast corner that borders New South Wales. Tropical Cyclone Alfred was last week expected to become the first cyclone since 1974 to cross the Australian coast near Queensland's state capital of Brisbane, Australia's third most populous city, but it weakened on Saturday to a tropical low.